Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing 4 in 4 is key. Or I think the full title is the key. Now, I did mention after yesterday's fantastic puzzle from Willpower that we are overdue a few Willpower puzzles. And taking a look at the backlog, yeah, there's a handful of puzzles that we have missed that are fantastically rated. This one, for example, is 95%. As of the time of recording, because obviously they do change and vary over time. But I think I kind of spotted why I haven't seen his puzzles for a while. It's because he did sneak in a fairly difficult puzzle in there, a 3-star difficulty one. I'm not entirely sure. I'll probably give it a go off camera, or maybe I'll record it and put it on Patreon. I'm not entirely sure. But I imagine it will be yet another fantastic puzzle from Willpower, as is the one that we're about to play right now. Now, I'm not entirely sure I get why it's called 4 in 4 is the key, but there's definitely like what looks like a key, like a lock of some sort. Rather than me trying to describe it, let's take a look at the rule sets and the grid, and you guys will get to see it for yourself. So, you can see kind of the reference that I'm making here for what looks like a keyhole, sort of in here, and, you know, 4s, or at least kind of like rotational sections of 4s, all around it for some reason. Interesting. Rules-wise, we've got normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, every 3x3 box. Nothing unusual there. Then we have quite an unusual killer cage rule. So numbers in cages sum to the same number as all the other cages. So we don't actually know the total of these cages. We just know that this one, this 4-cell one, will be the same as this 2-cell one, which is the same as this one, etc., etc. So very interesting. I'm not sure how to show this off. Let's try, for example, if this is 2 and 8. It means that these two cells are adding up to 10. It would also mean that these two cells are also adding up to 10, etc., etc. Arrows. Numbers on arrows sum to the number in the arrow circle. Numbers may repeat on arrows if other rules allow. So for example, no, I'm just going to do double 2. If I have 2 and 2 in here, they sum up to 4. That would have to be a 4. Easy. And that would be true for all of the arrows around this particular puzzle. KROPKI pairs, numbers with a white dot between them are consecutive, and numbers with a black dot between them are in a ratio of 2 to 1, and not all possible dots are given. So that 4 in here would have to be, for example, 2 or 8, so that one cell is double the other. If we happen to have a 2 in here, well, this one to be consecutive with the 2 would have to be 1 or 3. No negative constraints, I have 2 and 4 in here, so no black dot, but clearly in a 2 to 1 ratio, not a problem. That happens to be a 3. Without a white dot, and they are consecutive, also not a problem. So that's all the rules we have for today. So if you want to play along, link will be in the description down below for you to do so. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. So I really want to solve this, but at the same time, I can't pass this up. This is just easy digits. Right, so 4 consecutive sets, 4 consecutive digits that are all on black KROPKIs. This has to be 1, 2, 4, and 8. And I know that is the case. Sorry, let me just think about it. I meant to say the other way around. Sorry. 1, 2, 4, and 8. Because obviously if this is 8 and 4, that's already at 12, and then you're not going to be able to put that in here. So we already have a bunch of digits to start. Fantastic. Right. I was really trying to avoid showing some clues with the rules earlier. Inevitably I did. It was fairly obvious, I think, that these cages cannot add up to 10. Because essentially this would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you'll be left with no low digits for these cells. So, can we do some algebra to figure out what this is, as opposed to having to do this the hard way, so to speak? So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the minimum. We know that essentially it's at least a 10, and we also know that it's not a 10 because of the challenge that we have filling these. Now, if I absolutely minimize all of these, that couldn't be an 8. Sorry, that couldn't be a 9, because I would have to put a double 8 around it, but I could put an 8 in here. Although that is going to be a bit of a struggle, because that would put something as high as a 7 there, and 9 in here, and then 7 with 3 cells. Can't possibly get to whatever the 9 is plus that. And obviously I've broken this cage. So it actually can't be that high either. I can't put something as high as 8 in here. It would have to be a relatively low digit. Right, let's see if we can think about this algebraically. So we know that this box adds up to 45. Sudoku says there are the digits 1 to 9 once each. You add them all up, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, you will get to 45. So that puts, because this cell is not 1, this is at least, it's not even a 2, because if I put a 2, I would need 1 and 3. So the minimum is 3, and I think the maximum we establish is less than 8. So we have like very few options here. Let's, for the sake of argument, put the 3 and 7. Now, what I'm thinking is essentially I need whatever the remainder is to be divisible by 3. So 45, take away whatever that digit is, has to be divisible by 3 because I need to have 3 equal sums. So 3 works. 45 minus 3 is 42. That is divisible by 3. 7 doesn't. 6 does. And that's all of our options. There are no other options left on the table. Interesting. Right, what does that get me in terms of totals? So 45 minus the 3 is 42. Divide that by 3 is, I'm struggling with math right now, 12 and 30, so that's 14. So that would put a 6 in here. Now, presumably, if I take away 6, it will get me to 39, and that would be 13, which would put a 5 in here. Now, can I disprove any of them? That's the question. 3-6 pair means this is not 3-6. This is 2, 4, or 8, which means that there has to be a definite 4 in here for them to be in a 2-to-1 ratio. That will discount the 3, because if it's 3, this is a 2-4 pair, and it would break this. So that has to be 6, and therefore this has to be 5. And therefore these are surrounded by 5 and 7. I'm fairly certain this would have to be the 5, this would have to be the 7, but remember we're trying to get to, I broke already, 13. Well, no, I could put the 5 in here because I was thinking this has to be the 7, and then that would have to be a 6, and that clearly doesn't work. So that would be the 5, that would be the 8. To get to 13 in 2 cells, well, it's not 6, 7, it's not 5, 8, this is 4, 9. And then the remaining digits, 7, and I'm guessing 1, 2, and 3, yep, they do add up to 6, plus the 7, 13. We're done. Okay. 2 doesn't work because it would be double 1, and that's not allowed, so that's not a 2. I mean, it doesn't. Sudoku says it wasn't a 2 anyway. 4 would require 1, 3, or double 2. 3 and 1 kind of works, so I can sort of, on a limp, get to 4. It's possible. Not sure if I can add, obviously that wasn't a 2. What am I thinking? Sleuth, come on. Right, 1 and 2. This is at least 1 and 2. So we're at least at 6 in here. Can't be 7, can't be 8. It could also be 9. So these are my options. It can't be 9 because these 2 cells would have to add up to 6 plus the 3 to get to 9. And 2, 4 is not an option, and 1, 5 is not an option. This is 6, and this is indeed 1, 2. Okay. Right, I've ignored these arrows. They are huge. And yeah, we've got, right, let's use this one because we've got 3 digits that are black KROPKI dots consecutive. They have to be 2 and 4. And then 1, 2, or 4 is not 8. And then 1, 2, 4, or 8. Pretty sure, again, same reason as earlier. This can't be 8, 4. Otherwise, we're already at 12. We're not going to fit it in here. So no 8s. This is a 1, 2, 4 triple. You need a 2 in the middle. And therefore a 1, 4 pair. 2 and 4 would get me to 6, plus 1 and 2 would get me to 9. That's possible. And then 2 and 1, yeah, tons of options. So 2 and 1 gets me 3, 1 and 2 gets me another 3. This is at least 6. It's not 8, so it could also be 7 or 9. Yeah, not sure I can see what else to do there. These are also not 3, 6. So this is 1, 2, 4, 8, we know. 8, 4 doesn't work, so the 8 is gone. 2 can't be in here because of this 2, so that is the 2. And then the same challenge again. This time, so the minimum again, 1, 2, 1, 2 is a 6, that's fine, but I can't have a 9 this time round. Which I think if I put a 4 in here would break it, because that would be 6, plus another 3, that would be 9, that's 1. So, my options are 1 and 2 to get to 6, 1 and 3 to get to 7. To get to 8, I actually have a few more options, unfortunately. So I could do 1, 4, 4 in here, and then 2, 3. So, sorry, I've moved on. I can't seem to be able to crack them. I'm just having a look. This is 2, 3, or 9, because the rest of column 5 is done. That can't be a 9. This is 2 or 3. 2 would be 1 or 4. 3 would be a 6, which breaks. That's 9. These are more. That's got to be beyond a single digit. So that's not 3. That's not 6. That gives me yet again another 2. 3 in here would require a 1, 2 pair. That can't be 1 or 2. So that is a definite 9. That is a definite 3. That's not a 3. Interesting. Let's have a think. Can I still get to any of these? I think the answer is yes. 1, 2 gets me to 6. 1, 3 gets me to 7. And 1, 4 and 2, 3 gets me to 8. So yeah, I haven't really eliminated anything. And all of these are still legitimate options. I'm gonna again move on and think what else we have in store for us. Although I'm rapidly running out of possibilities, if I'm honest. That's not a 2 or 1. That is 3. I mean, that's nice. That's not 3. That's 1, 2. That gives me 4. That gives me 1. That gives me another 1, 2. That gives me 9. Fabulous. 9 and 9. We already knew one of them is 9 in here. That wasn't useful. No. It's not 1, 2, 3, or 4. So this is potentially 5, not 6. It could be 7, 8, or 9. Can I do the same in here? It's not 1, 2, or 3. I could do, and it's not 4. So same logic and same restriction, not 6, 7, 8, 9. We place this, we place this. Can this still be 1, 3? No, neither of them can be a 1. Pretty sure that has to be an 8, that has to be a 4. Sleuth, again, not paying attention. 1 is in one of these. 4 is also in here. Not a lot more. Right, this digit can't be that high, to be fair. So it's not 1, 2, or 4. It's not 8. I mean, and it's not 7, because that can't be 2. So my options are actually very limited. 3, 5, and 6. 6 plus a bunch of options. This is also quite high. This is at least a 3. And it's not 4. It could be 5. And it can't be 6. So I think it is limited to 3 or 5. 7 obviously is too big because that is at least a 3. Right. So 3. So I can't get to 5 anymore, can I? 1, 4, and 2, 3 are not options. That's not a 5. I don't see how I can get to 7. That's not an option again. So essentially, this is either a 3-5 pair or a 3-6 to get to 9. Okay. What else can I do? These two cells, they're not 1s. They're not 2s. 3 works, 3 and 6. And then 4, 5 looks like it works. The 4 won't be here. The 4 would be there. The 5 would be here. 4 gave me 3, gives me 6, not 6. It is a 3-5 pair. That's 8. That's not 8. This is not 6. So this is not a 1-2 pair. Now I'm not sure it's enough to actually eliminate anything. So I need another 3-5 and another 7-8 is essentially what I'm saying now. The 8 is definitely down here. We knew that. And then it's 7 or 5 with the 1 or 4. It's not enough. We haven't really used this arrow, so I probably should think about it a bit more. Nor this circle, so let's think about this one first. What is this cell? It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 6, 7, or 9. It's not 8. Can I actually do 6? 1, 2, 1, 2. Seems possible. 4 and 2 obviously would force a 9. Can I get to 7? 1 and 2 in here would be 3. This would have to be 1, 3. This would be 3. This would be the 1. And then, of course, if this is 2, 1, and this is 9, to get to 6, I've got plenty of options. This is not the winning arrow. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm already at least at 6. And I can be a maximum of 7. I can't be 8, and obviously I can't be 9. That's not a 5. Now, if this is 6, this would have to be 1 to get to 7, because 3 is not available. If this is 7, this would have to be 9, and this would have to be 2, which is not available. That is 1. These are not 1s. That forces a 4 in here, and this is indeed a 1-2 pair, and that 1 helps. And that is now already at 1, 2, 3, 4. To get to 7 or 8, it's another 3 or 4. Excellent. 2 gave me 1, 2, 2, 1. This 1 goes with 6 to get 7. And this is not 6 or 7, it's a 9, of course. We've already solved this. So I think we've done all the arrows at this point. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So I need 5 and 7, 8. This is back to being 5 or 7. This is 5, 7, or 8. We've got options. Right, and hang on, I forgot totally about this arrow. So, being even, I could actually do the same digit twice, which would be double 4, which is not possible. 1, 1 is neither, it's not available, so 1, 7 is out. 2 sees both of these, so this is another 3, 5 pair. Interesting. Six, 7. That means 6, 7, 8. And therefore, this is 3 or 5. It's not 3. That's 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 7. 8 in here means that this is 4, I think. No, I eliminated what? 3, 4, 5, 3. Don't know how I made that dodgy math work earlier. This is 7. These two cells are 4 and 9. That's 4, because of this 4 obviously, and 9. That 4 gives me 9 and 4, and I think we're on the home stretch at this point. This is 5, I'm going to say. This is 8. And just a bit of Sudoku, and we're done. So we need 6, 7, and 8 in here. No, we need 6, 7, and 9. This is not 6 or 9, that's 7. These two are now excuse me, 6 or 9. Not 4, not 4. That's 4. I need 7 and 6 and 9. Yeah, not sure I can resolve that yet. 6, 7, 6, 7, 9. Right, column 7. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 5, 8, and 9. Interesting. Again, not resolving. 5 or 8, and then 5 or 9. So 6, 7, 9 plus one more digit, which is a 3. Interesting. 9 and 7. This is 3, 6, not 6. This is 3, 6, or I didn't mean to say 6, 7, or 9. Huh. Right. Some of these surely have got to give in at some point. Okay, here's 1. 1, 1, I can type 9, which gives me 6, gives me 9, removes 9 as an option, removes 9 as an option in here as well. That hasn't resolved either of these. So this is 4, 5, and 8. Wow. Oh, 4 and 5. Yeah, they line up. These are not 8s. And then a 4, 5 pair. That gives me 9 in here, which gives me 5 and 8. This is 4 or 5 again. It's not 4. 5, 4, 5. Kind of wondering if there's something about these 4s in the title now. Not sure. Right. 3. No. 4. Yes. 6, 7, 6, 3, 7. I need 3 and 7. That's the 7. That's the 3. Right. Definitely home stretch now. 6 and then 8 and 9. That's the 8. And if I've not made any mistakes, that's the 9 for the finish. Willpower, another fantastic puzzle. Interesting kind of rule set around the killer cages not being given, but then you have to figure it out. I really wanted to start with that, but I know it would have just made this way harder if I didn't place this originally. Hope that you guys enjoyed the puzzle and the video, and see you back for the next one. Bye-bye for now.